G'day mate and welcome back to Surviving Mars. Let's try and get on with these tutorials as fast as we can.
Welcome, Commander. It looks like this forward base has gone through a major dust storm.
Now it's your job to fix up and repair it for the first colonists. Your tutorial will learn how to handle power, life support grids, building maintenance, as well as construct our first dome. Sure. That doesn't look like anything's broken.
First things first. Let's remove some unnecessary structures.
Concrete extractor is depleted deposit. No use to us now. We can salvage small construction materials from it. Salvage. Bye. Oh, you don't have power. You don't have power.
Now let's get that drone hub operational.
We need to supply the drone hub with power. The resources from the salvaged concrete extractor should be enough to construct a solar plant. It would be best used to use the existing cables to connect the two buildings to avoid wasting more metals on cables. Go power the drone hub with the help of a solar panel. Nope. I clicked on something. Done. That's definitely done. Drones. I don't see any raw. I don't see any raw iron, so that could be a little bit difficult to get to. Alright, come on bots. Metals, 1 of 3. 2 of 3. Come on, where's the third guy? Slowpoke. Done.
We have some power, but it's not enough.
We should prioritize the drone hub. Priority of buildings, mainly buildings are high priority. Get power maintenance workers first. So you, high priority.
We can use the machine parts left from the concrete extractor to build a wind turbine.
Wind turbines are a good alternative to solar panels. They operate day and night. They also get bonus power production if built on high ground. However, wind turbines have a high upkeep cost and require maintenance more often than solar panels. Okay. Build wind turbine right there. Crank the game speed again. I do really wish this tutorial would just move along. Like, put it down and then it's done. You know, tell me the next thing I need to do so I can go do that whilst I waited for robot to cast magic spell to build wind turbine.
Even with the wind turbine, there won't be enough electricity to power the base, especially during the night.
Solar panels provide power only during the day, funnily enough, and we don't have accumulators that to compensate at night. You can get some of the base buildings automatically turn off at night using the building shifts. There are 3 shifts, first shift, second shift, and night shift. Buildings require power resources and workers only during their active shifts. Disable the night shifts for the moisture evaporator and fuel refiner. Night shift. Oh, that's easy.
You managed to get things operational, but this won't last, as buildings require maintenance, and we are out of resources.
Buildings require maintenance with resources only every 6 or 7 sols. Buildings that don't get maintenance will break and won't function until repaired. To showcase this, we will simulate a breakdown in solar panel. Drones will automatically repair this breakdown provided there are metals in range of the controller. Examine the broken down solar panel. So it is definitely broken. Okay. Building is deteriorated and will stop working soon unless it receives maintenance.
We need more metals to secure this base.
Use the
RC transport to collect some metals and transport them back.
The RC transport can mine surface metal deposits, use it to gather 20 or 30 metals and bring them back to the base. You need these metals to set up additional solar panels to power up everything. Gold, deliver at least. Gather resources. I have an RC rover here. So if I move the RC rover... You. Oh, you gotta wait for it. You gotta wait for all your bots. You have 8. Because, correct me if I'm wrong. Control plus left click, pack 5 drones. Recalls a drone, packs it in the drone prefab. Can be used to reassign drones between controllers. I can't see your area until you stop. That's a bit frustrating. So I've just got to guess it. You have exactly 1 medal. You be slow. So I can actually go this way a little bit further. Yeah. Now, unload. Unload there. Haha! I broke the game. Gather resources. Almost. Oh. Back. Close.
Good job.
Hey!
However, we need more than just metals.
Fortunately, we can call a resupply rocket.
A resupply rocket from Earth.
Using rockets to resupply from Earth's best way to secure a resource. Early on, you'll need funding to buy the resources, but your sponsor will usually provide you with enough to get a basic colony up and running. Open the resource supply screen and order advanced resources from Earth. Okay. Ooh. A cargo rocket. Order 20 polymers, machine parts, and electronics, and launch the rocket with polymers. Oh crap, that's expensive. They're more expensive. Wow. Curiosity? Okay, that's even more expensive. Food. Food. 20 million for 5 tons. Whoever said launching stuff into space would be cheap?
Let's do some cleaning up around the base while we wait for the rocket to arrive.
The remains of destroyed or savaged buildings will obstruct other constructions. To clear such ruins, you'll need to research the decommissioned protocol technology in the engineering field for the purpose of simulation we've provided the tech. Clear the ruins of the concrete extractor. Select the ruins and use the clear. And send a drone. Okay. You finished extracting it? No. We'll unload. There.
Now, let's remove some of the unnecessary cables.
Pipes. You can use the salvage tools and build menu to remove cables and pipes, as well as an alternative way to salvage buildings. Okay. So we want game speed 1. We want the build menu. We want this one, salvage. That's what I want. So I don't think. Oh, that just happens instantly, doesn't it? I was expecting to have to send bots out here to get rid of stuff. Oh, you wanted me to destroy this? Oops. Split power grids. Oh! Clear. Rockets come down. We're gonna dump you here, I guess. Can I set up create transport route? Load resources. All. Unload resources. Here. That should be all we need. And these robots can drag from here and put them on this metal deposit. Done. Yeah, we're just waiting on a rocket to land. What's this? That's a concrete depot. Which seems to be pretty full of concrete. Excellent. Alright, rocket lands. No drones die in the process. It's Still looks like a SpaceX launch.
The supplies from Earth have arrived, and we can use them to expand the base.
Let's start with the power accumulator. It allows us to store power for nighttime or emergencies. Keep in mind that the accumulator has a capped maximum output, so a single one might not be enough to power all the buildings at night. Construct a power accumulator and connect to the power grid. Hint, you may want to construct additional solar panels, wind turbines in advance to sustain base power accumulator. So we'll just... Ooh. Can I... Oh, I can hold down shift. Let's put down 2 of those. You need 4... Okay, you need just iron. I've got plenty of that now. You know what? We'll put down another turbine, just on the off chance. So, you're building and dumping inside the network. This guy is convincing the bots to go pick it up from there and dump to there. This guy's currently unloading. And you have no drones. What this square is? This inner square. No. Crank the game speed. Building's not working. Not enough power. Well, we've asked...
Water is essential for a sustainable Martian colony.
Fortunately,
Fortunately, there is a water deposit nearby.
Let's build a water extractor near the deposit. Water extractors must be placed near the deposit of the corresponding type. Remember to connect it to power. You may have to build more power producers to generate
Use the
required
build
power.
menu to construct a water extractor near the water deposit. Then, power it up.
Okay, can I just put it anywhere? Okay, we're going to assume we can put it there. We're going to go to... Oh, power... power cables into there. And... one of these is infrastructure. Infrastructure... salvage? Landing pad? No. Life support. That's where the plumbing was. Pipes. Okay, so I've got to go that way first, it seems. Then that way. Cool. Lots of busy drones. You're almost done.
The water extractor is ready, but we don't have a storage for the water it will extract.
We will need water for domes, farming, and polymer production, but for now we don't have any of that, so you can just store some water in a water tower. Storages are important safety measures for your colony, as they'll provide water, oxygen, or power in the case of a producer breaking down or ceasing operation during a disaster. You, come here. I actually want you to unload over here. We want a water tower. And as long as I line you up with existing pipes, you should just fill up. You can come over here. Not producing power during the night.
The time has finally come to build the first dome that will house our colonists.
Domes are large superstructures that house colonists. You construct many buildings inside domes. Some of them require colonists and workforce. Domes have limited space, but you can be connected via passageways to form larger systems. Remember to use RC transport to mine metals and call resupply rockets if you need advanced resources to finish the drone. A dome. Construct a basic dome. This will take a long time, so you might want to speed things up with your speed controls. We've been doing that a lot. Basic dome. That is quite a building. So then you wanted build menu, power. Nope, not power accumulator. Power cable from there into there. And you're also going to want some water pipe from there to there. Okay. RC transport, which now has nothing in it. Nope, nope. trying to find metals that I can extract. I don't see anything. Alright, what do you need? You got that, you got that. Oh, you've got everything, actually. Well, in a bit they're going to say, congratulations, end of tutorial. No, I can't even scan other areas. Oh. Change the view. No. So hang on. You're standing around and your drones are doing nothing. You have a wider range, so your drones are obviously busy. You have 20 of 20, you have 0 of 0. So if I offload... Is that... No, that didn't work. I want your little drones... Are you now moving concrete drones? Going to pick up concrete. And then where are you going with said concrete? You're just moving it from one storage to another. We're missing one concrete. Which one of you buggers has got the one concrete? It's you. No. No. Everybody's there. Now, everybody cast spells. Cast your magic spells. Not an entrance.
The dome is complete, but we have to supply it with water, power, and oxygen.
I got 2 out of 3.
We can use it.
Domes require life support. So this... Is this my one? No, I don't have that building. Namely, water, power, and oxygen connect dome to existing power and water infrastructure. You may need to build additional power producers. For oxygen, you need to construct a moxide, a device that extracts oxygen from the carbon dioxide in the Martian atmosphere. Once the moxide is ready to power up, connected to the dome with pipes, it may be wise to build oxygen storage as well. Okay. So, it doesn't tell me if it needs same pipes or different pipes. So we're just going to assume for the moment that it needs the same pipes. Can I just bring it to there? Building not working.
Well done. You have completed the simulation successfully.
Done. Well, that wasn't hard. Okay. Play the next tutorial, the Colonist. You learn how to handle power, water, and oxygen, how building maintenance works, how to set up a basic colony, except the first human pioneers on Mars. Come on, Elon Musk. The next tutorial deals with Colonists and their needs. Continue now or simply start a new game. Return later when you're ready to learn more. Well, we're halfway through. We're gonna try the Colonists. But that means next episode we'll just go straight in the game.
In this tutorial, you will finally familiarize yourself with the challenges of sustaining a society on Mars.
Everything done beforehand was pre-moved for this very moment, the arrival of the Founders. Our first colonists are called the Founders. After they set foot on Mars, trial period meant to test how humans fare on Mars will begin. No more colonists will arrive until Earth until the Founder stage ends. Be careful, if all your colonists die during this period, the mission will be terminated. Excellent. Okay. So we got power.
Foundations for bringing your first colonists have already been laid down. One of the final things left to do is to provide the Founders with living space.
Living complexes are built inside the dome. The space within the dome is limited, so each building has to be carefully planned. Construct a living complex in the indicated location. Okay, so I'm trying to look at... Build dome. Living complex. There. Costs 6 concrete. So we've got power. We've got a moisture vaporizer. So that'll give us a little bit of water. We've got a moxide. We've got a water tower, water extractor, a fueling machine, drone hub, RC transport, RC rover. We've got a concrete depot out here. So I want RC transport to load resources or unload resources. That's a good start. RC rovers over here. So let's build a production concrete extractor. Not available yet. Really? I actually have to play through the tutorial? Storages. You'll let me build a depot. Nope, you won't. Where do we get? Ooh, where do we get storages for pipe valve, water tower, moxide, fungal farm? How do we get a storage tank for oxygen? Berths allowed. Use passages for work. Use passages for services. Except colonists. 0 of 0 colonists. It consumes 1 power, 1 oxygen, and 1 water. Even though there's nobody living in here, it still consumes oxygen.
With all preparations complete, the colony is ready for the arrival of the Founders.
Order a passenger rocket from the resupply screen. Okay. Passenger rocket.
From this screen, you can inspect all available applicants and determine which ones will travel to the colony.
Colonists are organized by their age, specialization, and various traits. You can set desired and undesired traits in every category using a thumbs up and thumbs down icons. Love simple. Colonists with more of the desired traits will board the rocket, while colonists with any undesired traits will be rejected.
You may want to review and hand-pick individual candidates for the Founders.
By highlighting individual applicants one by one, you can review their perks and flaws. It may be a good idea to do this with the Founders order to get an exact number of specialists you desire, as well as handpick the traits for these colonists. Oh wow. So, locked passengers. What's locked? Oh, okay. Will randomly visit medical buildings and take sanity damage if unable to do so. Interest in medical. Eats double rations caused by sanity breakdowns. Minus. Remove. No. Engineer. Sexy. Greatly increased birth rate. Okay. Fit. More healthy. Recover whilst resting. Can work when health is low. So we're going to lock you. Sexy, vegan, don't worry, they'll tell you. I don't know if that's a issue or not. Sexy, increased birth rate, gains temporary morale boost every time a new technology is researched. Oh, I wanted that person, bugger. All sanity losses are halved. Okay. Vegan, don't worry, they'll tell you. What does that mean? Is that just like a tongue-in-cheek? Okay. Loner. Loses comfort every day whilst living in a dome with population over 30. It's not really an issue for us today. Workaholic. Individual performance increased by 20. No penalty for heavy workloads. Minus relaxation. Gains a temporary morale boost every single time something is researched. Fit. Sexy. Composed. Survivor, workaholic, nerd. These all sound good. Gains additional comfort when satisfying social interest. Has a 50% chance to lose 20 insanity when visiting a casino. Can be caused by sanity breakdowns. Gambler. Okay. So we're going to remove you. Whoop, remove. Sexy. Loner. No. So how do I filter? Perks. Celebrity is fine. We're going to get rid of That's a perk. Back. Flaws. Alcoholic, no. Gambler, no. Glutton, no. Hypochondriac, no. Loner, no. Melancholic? Increased performance penalty when at low rank can be caused by sanity breakdowns. No! Well, that gives us a shorter list. But these people have no specialization. I don't know what an officer is. Okay, engineer. I can't mouse over. No, you're not going to let me. Okay, so we're going to remove you. Remove you. Remove you. Remove. Officer. Sure. Botanist. That seems really important after, movie. Medic. Sure. Engineer. I already have a engineer. I've actually got a couple of engineers. A scientist. An officer. So I'm at 9. So I can now cherry pick whoever else I want. Scientist, engineer. Sexy. Medic. I can go over 12. Oh, thank God. We'll just take everybody who has a specialist. And then we'll just weed out the weak. So engineers first. Can I sort? No. Okay. Engineer vegan. Buy. Engineer. Yeah, you're a good engineer. Scientist. Fine. Geologist. It's fine. Officer is meh. Botanist is meh. Medic's meh. Scientist is meh. Scientist. We've got a good scientist. You can go away. Officer. I don't know what an officer is going to do, so we're just going to get rid of you. And we have this officer. So we have one officer now. Okay. Botanist. Meh. Botanist. Bit better. Botanist. Rugged. No comfort penalties when eating unprepared food or having no residence. Wow. But you're sexy. Okay, so we're going to get rid of Zhang. Geologist. Okay, we've got a hippie and a nerd, and a enthusiast and a workaholic. And how am I going to get rid of? I still got to get rid of 4. Engineer. That engineer can go away. That engineer. Yeah. Medic's important. We've still got 3 botanists. Let's get rid of one of them. Workaholic, nerd, sexy. We're going to take sexy over rugged. Yep. Okay. So that leaves 2 left. I've got a geologist, engineer, and an engineer. I do have 2 medics. Plus the gaming, and has enthusiast, nerd, vegan. I really don't want to pick between those 2. Engineer. Okay. Sexy, fit, nerd, composed. Let's get rid of that one. Oh, down left. Shouldn't take this long. I got 2 officers, a party animal and a workaholic. Go away. Done. Launch! Okay, problem solved. We have our rocket. It's on our way.
Colonists will arrive on Mars with a small amount of food.
We need to make sure
that long. We need to make sure that they will be able to produce their own food on the red planet. The hydroponic farm can produce food. Although the colonists can take food directly from a food depot, they will be happier if they can pick it up from a grocery.
Really? Does it make that much difference? Build hydroponic farm. Okay, so space is limited, so I need to be careful about how I build things. Grocer. I'm gonna build that one there. Done. Alright, you're building and delivering. I couldn't get that to build. You cover all that area. So you know what? We're just going to bring you over here. Maybe you can add your drones to the collection. We get stuff done a little bit faster. So it looks like, boop, because we have both oxygen and water coming here, they come through the same set of pipes. Yes! We have 2 water, 2 demand, 3 oxygen, 1 demand with a whole lot of stored oxygen. Hydroponic farm and a grocer. Okay, I want to see this guy leave. That's cute. Building's not working.
Colonists need service buildings to keep them comfortable on Mars. The grocery that you already constructed is one such service building.
Colonists may feel more comfortable inside a dome which has interest covers, but you don't need to cover every interest, and in smaller domes this might not be even possible. If the comfort of colonists falls too low, they become Earthsick and decide to leave Mars, go back to Earth. However, Martian-born colonists never get Earthsick. Okay. Construct a spacebar. I really think letting... Oh crap, that's massive. Letting the colonists get drunk on Mars is probably a bad idea. Oh wow, we can actually kick people from one dome to another. Work slots, disable work slots, renegades, Earthsick, tourists, temporarily ill. Wow. This has got a lot more depth. You're making leaf crops. You need 3 people to keep you running, and they're best working with botanists, obviously. Services, food and shopping. So I guess that'd be when I don't need specialists. Just anybody will do. Alright, crank the game speed. Because our ship ain't landed. Oh, it's ready to land. I assume they come with space. Wait for passenger rocket to arrive and land it near the dome. I've already done that. It's arrived. That's technically near the dome, is it not? I'm worried I'm going to have to build some sort of infrastructure so they can get to here. Okay. Whoa! Oh look, it's our little colonist people. They jump off the edge.
New colonists have arrived.
And then they run straight to the dome, I hope.
Great. Now that you have a spacebar, you can customize its work
I'm trying
settings.
to do things. Founders just arrive and taking available jobs automatically customize their work assignments. With the building selected, you notice 3 available work shifts in the info panel. 2 of them are active, with 2 workers employed in each shift. The more work assigned to a building, the better the building performs. Initially, however, we won't be needing so many people working with spacebar. Are there other important jobs to fill? Limited people fill them, especially during the founder stage. Disable 1 job slot in every active shift. Okay, pause. I'm trying to do things. Select the spacebar and right-click on one of the work slots. No? Okay. In the first 2 shifts. So slow. Ugh. First 2 shifts.
Healthy colonists at working age are able to fill any position, but how well they perform at a certain position varies between colonists.
You done? I was reading the last one. Some buildings are more effective as workers with certain specialization. For example, scientists are the best workers for a research lab. Obviously. Is this because the colonists haven't actually made it here? They're still... Yeah, they're still definitely running around. Okay, so we'll put down the research lab as directed. That's small enough that I should be able to fit in that gap. Yep. Now, I want to see them go through the doors. Because I'm curious on whether the first person's going to wait for them or they're just going to charge straight in. Oh, the door's just going to open and shut really, really quickly. Yay! We have people inside our dome! A new beginning. A new beginning.
Termination. The first founders have set foot on the Red Planet.
The next 10 souls will be filled with difficulty and danger, but also great promises and opportunities. Now... It's now... It is now to us to prove that Mars can be a doorway to greater riches and a future for the human civilization. Even the most epic adventures begin with a single step. Effect: arrival of additional colonists temporarily suspended until the colony proves able to sustain human life. Your founder colonists survive for 10 more souls before additional people can survive. Do we forget that it takes months for people to get from Earth to Mars? That have to be already in space, in orbit, around Mars to then choose to land in 10 souls. The colony will be evaluated positively before the period ends in the event the first human is born on Mars. If you feel up to this challenge, I still got 10 cycles to get somebody pregnant and give birth. Try constructing a medical building and raising the comfort of the founders as much as possible as service buildings. I'm glad I chose so many sexy people. Okay. So that's the grocer. That's the botanist. Botanist? Medic. I want to assign somebody this one. Free work slot. There's idle workers. What are you? A geologist. A medic. Engineer. An officer. How do I... rename it. Unpin it. Encyclopedia. Change priority. Workforce. No restrictions. Salvage. I'm sure I had another botanist. That sort of fixed it. Medic. Botanist. Botanist. Okay. So we wanted... living apartments, complex, nursery, playground, school, research lab. They're whole new domes. It won't let me build anything. Residence, 12 out of 14. Consumption, power, maintenance. Oh, we're trying to build this one. Fine. Crank the speed up so that's built. Then maybe I'll be able to actually do things. Come on, robots. We need more robots over on this side casting magic spells to make things build. Holy shit, that's a rover. Are you gonna ram into the dome? No, you're just gonna drive over the edge of it. This is why we can't have nice things. Inspect residence. Traits able to work. So they're all unemployed. Nerd. Found it. Engineer. Engineer. Geologist. Scientist. Scientist. Okay. Back. Oh, wow. Construction progress. Come on.
Work shifts, among other things, are a way to manage your workforce. The more shifts a building has open, the more colonists it will attract to work there.
Colonists don't like to work at night and will lose sanity whilst doing so. Furthermore, you may activate a heavy workload option which will boost the performance of the building during that shift, but inflicts sanity and health problems on the workers due to the increased stress at their job. Activate the second work shift. Okay. I got no problem with that. And
buildings with higher priority will be allocated workers, power, and maintenance before others.
On-site research is very important for long-term prosperity and survival of colonists. Let's prioritize it. Sure. Set up.
With the research lab up and running, let's begin researching some technologies.
Queue at least 3 available researchers. Okay. Oh, go away. So, magnetic filtering. Blocks electromagnetic fields contaminants from weakly magnetic particles from insulating our MOXes, greatly increasing their effectiveness. Moisture vapor upgrade. Water production increased by 50%. Low G fungi. An outer dome building that produces food. Okay. Large in-dome building which is more work efficient and requires no power. Or water recommend. Blah. Getting more water. Okay. Low G new building. Polymer factory, new building, fuel refinery. Rockets and shuttles require less fuel. So these are all about 1,000 research. Oh. Apartments. Okay. Allows clearing of salvaged and destroyed buildings. Drone hubs are constructed with 2 additional drones and the maximum drones is increased by 80. RC transports harvest resources faster, its maximum storage increased by 15. Drovers move 20% faster. Generate 100 sites per soul for each RC Explorer vehicle. Multiple vehicles result in collaboration losses. Okay. Increases power production by 25%, but also increases power consumption by 10%. Oh, so that's something you've got to be careful of. Sensitivity does not require power or maintenance. That'd be nice. Substrate heating, increases local temperature in cold areas and protects nearby buildings from cold waves. Consumes water. Okay. Okay, I haven't had to deal with temperature yet. Wind turbine upgrade. Power production increased by 33%. Probes are cheaper and can deep scan. Receive one-time grant of $1,000 million. Because they didn't want to argue over which is the correct billion. Okay. More applicants start to appear on Earth. Increases research provided by sponsored by 100. Engineers, geologists have 10% performance when working with a specialty. Science and botanists. So let's do 1, 2, 3. Outsource. In exchange for 2 million funding, outsource research will contribute 1,000 research points in the next 5 souls. I already have a sponsor plus research labs, and this will give me 1,000 for 200 million funding. See, funnily enough, that's really tempting. Click that, get that just about instantly. Yeah. We have some researchers done. Go left and right. Okay. Hanging gardens. Deep metal extraction. Robotics. Okay, close. I already did that. You already did that too.
Congratulations. You have provided everything needed for a successful founder stage.
The founding stage takes 10 souls to complete. Be careful. If all of your colonists die during this period, the mission will be terminated. Having a baby born on Mars before this end of the period will also complete the founder stage. This can happen if the comfort of your colonists is very high. So, you
have completed the tutorial for the founder stage.
Okay. That's it then. I guess somebody had a baby. So, thank you guys for watching. As always, next episode, we will actually start the game. We'll start the core part of the game. No more tutorials. We're just going to go into the game. I've had enough of the tutorials myself. So, yeah. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching. And I'll catch you the next one. Oh, also, we're going to do episode, like, hour break or prelude part 2. And then the actual start of the game, like, with an hour gap between them on YouTube. Anyway. Thank you guys for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed. I'll catch you in the next one. All right. Bye.